Hi guys, Amber here for Talk to Me Tuesday for Tuesday, September 20th, 2016. I had to actually think about that because it's actually 1:30 in the morning. I should be in bed. Not happening. Especially if I keep rambling and having to keep refilming this. So, first things first. I know we had some birthdays this week, so happy birthday to Susie and to Rainey. Ladies, much like everybody else who's on the belated birthday list of gifts, you guys are on there. It will happen probably when I get back. I've had other stupid real life stuff that keeps getting in the way of all the fun stuff that I like to do. So, but it will happen. I've got these cute little piles of stuff over here. Soon. Promise. So anyway, stuff to show you. I actually have crafty stuff to show you. Still can't show you any of the Fantastic Beasts stuff because you still got 2 weeks. But I don't have any favorite things to show you because that's 2 weeks for that too. But I do have, I finished my cousin's Afghan. I will put a picture in the end so you can see it. What I decided to do for the border on this is I did a double crochet followed by a single crochet and then an extended single crochet to end it out. It came out great. It's really nice. I really like the color choices and everything. So I hope my cousin likes it. I have not decided if I'm giving it to her Thursday when I get to town, or if I will just throw it into like a gift bag and put it on the table with all the other wedding gifts. Part of me would rather just give it to her early so she can do what she wants with it and not have to worry about transporting it and everything, especially since I can give it to her early, but that's a whole nother story. We'll wait and see how it goes. The other thing I have to show you is, despite the fact that I have plenty that I'm supposed to be working on and testing and getting done with deadlines, no less, I worked on something else. You guys know how it is. You have stuff you gotta do, you have deadlines, you have internal deadlines, but you don't think you're gonna have enough time to finish it. So instead of starting something, you decide to finish a random project that, you know, you really don't have a deadline for. Yeah, that's kind of what happened to me. Because, last year I made some blocks, and for whatever reason I decided that Sunday was the day to put it together rather than putting together a block that needed to be done. So I have here these, which were designed by Jennifer. I put the blocks together last year. They've been sitting in one of my little containers, and I think the whole thing is I really thought that I wasn't going to have enough time to sew any blocks, so why not just put some borders on something? And you know what? I know better than this. Borders take me for freaking ever to do. I cannot get anything to line up to save my life. I can pin it within an inch of its life and the damn thing will still move. So, but anyway, I did do this. I love how it came out. My mom did ask me if it was just going to be the front of a very large cushion. I told her no. My plan is to eventually try to make it into a mini quilt. I may or may not put another border around it. I haven't decided. It's roughly 24 inches because, again, doesn't matter what it's supposed to be. That's never what it comes out to be. So, like I said, I may or may not put borders on it. If I put a 3-inch border on it, that would take it up to a 30 by 30, which is a good size for like a baby quilt, but it's not going to be a baby quilt. It's going to be my thing. So, anyway, 4 minutes of me rambling so far, and I've still got a lot of stuff to get through. So, I haven't really made any purchases in the last couple weeks, I told you guys, as far as crafty stuff goes. That's because I've been indulging in one of my other things. Anybody who's been around for a while knows that I am, at heart, a collector. I actually avoided a specific craze for a couple of years because even though I saw them and I thought they were cute, I told myself no, and I think my twin knew I was cracking, and last year for Christmas he bought me a couple, and since then I've had to buy whatever else was out there. So, I'm talking, of course, of the Funko Pops. You guys saw the one that I sent to Rainey when she won one of the things that I sent out. Anyway, the Harry Potter has had 2 different waves of them, 2.5 waves of them, and I have all those, and I really was going to be fine just doing Harry Potter. The problem is I think they're really cute, and I wanted to have some on my desk, but I didn't want to use my Harry Potter ones because I wanted to leave them in the boxes so I could stack them up. That, and there's just too many to have on my desk at work, and I don't trust a lot of my coworkers not to play with them, and it would upset me if they got messed up on my desk. It's one thing if they're out at my house, because, you know, I can play with them and I don't, you know, scratch them up and all that. So anyway, so I ended up buying the Sesame Street set, with the exception of Elmo, because Elmo and me are not fans. But I do have the Sesame Street set up at work. Gets a lot of comments. So that was fun. A couple months back I ended up buying the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles along with Shredder and Splinter. The rest of that series is in the vault because it was like one of the first series they put out. I have no interest in getting the rest of the series. I mean, I can't say that I wouldn't like April O'Neil and Casey because, you know, I love the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, maybe a Foot Soldier, but I don't need them. I got the ones that I really like. But recently there's been a couple of new things that I heard about and I started getting, and of course Wave 3 of Harry Potter is coming out, which I really shouldn't discuss it simply because it's Wave 3, so they're up to like 30 Funkos, maybe 40 with all the extras that they're going to have by this time, and they still don't have a Ginny doll, but they have a Luna Lovegood, and they have a Cedric Diggory. And I think this newest round is going to have Bellatrix Lestrange, but no Ginny. What nah. Anyway, so a couple months ago I was out looking for something else, and I was at Barnes & Noble, and they had a Funko Pop that I could not resist buying, and that was the Peculiar Purple Pie Man of Porcupine Peak from Strawberry Shortcake. That was one of my favorite things as a kid, and what I've disliked about Strawberry Shortcake in the intervening years is that they changed her whole style, which I understand they're trying to keep it with the times and everything. It's kind of like how they changed My Little Ponies, but no. But the Peculiar Purple Pie Man of Porcupine Peak was just too cute, and he scented. Well, the rest of them weren't supposed to come out till September, so I've been waiting pretty patiently, and there were only 5 in that series, so that wasn't too bad. Last week, I picked up Lemon Meringue. She's actually sitting over on the table, so I didn't bring her out. But in the last few days, I picked up a couple of other ones. The last one in the series is not out yet, but I did get Strawberry Shortcake. And this is part of the reason I ended up buying them, is because this, with the exception that it's a Funko head, is a Strawberry Shortcake of my youth, not the one that wears bell bottoms and a straw hat. This one in. God, they smell so good. So I got Strawberry Shortcake, and I got Blueberry Muffin. So I do hope that they end up putting out like the other ones, like Raspberry Tart and Huckleberry Pie, I think is the other one. But the one that I told you about last week, I was telling you guys that I was a little ashamed that I had made a purchase. I had wondered why this series had not come out before. And I knew it was coming out. I was told it wasn't until October. I went into a store looking for something else, which happens to me a lot, and I ended up finding these. So, there's 6 in this series, and they've got to be having more because, frankly, there's 6 in the series, and there are 2 Edwards and 2 Bellas. What? Then, the other 2, one you would expect, one you wouldn't. Jacob, shirtless, but the other one that they have in the series, which makes absolutely no freaking sense to me, is Jane of the Volturi. You couldn't put out another Cullen, couldn't put out Alice, you couldn't put out Carlisle. What the hell? So, I do hope that they will be putting out another series probably in the next year that include more of the Cullens. So, that's my shameful thing. So, I think that's it for me, because now we're over 10 minutes, and I still got to put in pictures in the end and try and get these Funko Pops off my lap without crushing any of the boxes. I did have another story I was going to tell you guys, but since I am over 10 minutes, I think I'll just wait and tell you guys next week after maybe things happen. So, wish me luck. I'm flying out on Thursday. I will be back in time to film next week. See ya. Bye.